The latest in the 1MDB tenor trial, former PM Datuk Sri Najib is seeking a court order to obtain bank statements and other related documents of companies believed to be linked to Low Teck Jho or Jho Low, the purported mastermind of the 1MDB scandal. According to the notice of motion filed by Najib's lawyers, some of the companies listed are also believed to be related to Datuk Dr. Taufik Aiman, the husband of ex-Bank Negara Governor Tan Sri Dr. Zeti Akhtar Aziz. Najib is arguing that the documents are crucial for his defence. The companies related to Jho Low that are on the list are Actis Capital Singapore, Country Group Securities, Acme Time, Butamba Investments and Central Holding. Meanwhile, the companies related to Taufik are Iron Rhapsody and Cutting Edge Industries. Another company that is also listed in the notice of motion is law firm Sherman and Sterling. The bank statements aside, Najib's lawyers are also seeking declarations of the identities of the company's beneficial owners, registers of members of the companies, and registers of directors of the companies. They also want access to correspondence between the banks and the companies in respect of their transactions. The court set this Friday for case mention of the application. Property developer SB Setia says it has identified several potential areas for business diversification. According to its 2020 annual report released today, the group is looking at exploring markets such as logistics, e-commerce, healthcare and assisted senior living. It said this is among the key areas to build its business in a profitable yet sustainable manner. SB Setia said it is constantly on the lookout for partners who are able to offer different areas of expertise that would complement and unlock the value of its land bank. The builder is seeking to strategically expand its investment property portfolio as a means of business diversification and to secure steady revenue streams. It also aims to reduce its gearing and maintain the optimal structure by continuously reviewing its capital structure to ensure it is able to support project development and growth, besides monetizing selected land bank to raise funds, which will be a key area in 2021. In FY20, SB Setia reported a net loss of 321.03 million ringgit against a net profit of 353.75 million a year earlier. Malacca developer Yongtai is venturing into gold mining. According to its filing to Bursa Malaysia, its subsidiary YTL Land has been appointed as the sole and exclusive mining operator in an area covering 100 hectares at Bukit Kendera in the Pahang district of Lipis. The mining lease is co-owned by Pahang Prince, Tengku Fahad Muazzam Shah Sultan Ahmad Shah and private company Amazing Logic. Yongtai CEO Datuk Wirabu Kwang Lun said the appointment is a golden opportunity to diversify away from its property development and tourism business, which has been severely affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. He said a brownfield project is also a viable option, as it offers a faster return at a lower cost by using existing infrastructure. The mining agreement is valid until 11th May 2025, with an option to extend the lease for 5 more years if the gold deposits there are not exhausted. The group said that given the average gold price of around 225,000 ringgit per kilogram, it is set to record a revenue of 4.5 million ringgit per month if the mining activities run at the estimated average capacity of 20 kilograms. Borneo Plantations returned to the black in the fourth quarter of FY20, fueled by higher selling prices of crude palm oil. The group swung to a net profit of 27.46 million ringgit from a net loss of 172.73 million in the fourth quarter of FY19. Earnings per share came in at 1.23 cent versus a loss per share of 7.71 cent previously. Quarterly revenue rose 27% to 227.63 million ringgit. On a quarter-on-quarter basis, Borneo Plantations' net profit rose 53%, while revenue was up 11%. The group declared a second interim dividend of 0.5 cent. For the full year, net profit surged to 42.95 million ringgit from a net loss of 144.01 million ringgit in FY19, while revenue increased by 32% to 763.05 million ringgit. The group said although global palm oil production is expected to recover in 2021, current inventories are still extremely low, keeping palm oil prices high for at least the first quarter of the year. Meanwhile, production is seen remaining below potential, as labour shortage remains the key challenge for the industry. Barring any weather shocks, the group believes the current CPO supply tightness will likely ease in the second half of this year as production rises above the previous year's level. A Bloomberg report suggests that March could mark the start of the return of foreign interest to Malaysia's market after having pulled out of local equities for 20 straight months. According to the report, foreign investors have pumped a net $97 million into local stocks this month through March 22nd. This while withdrawing a combined $1 billion from 4 other Southeast Asian markets tracked by Bloomberg. The report highlighted that valuation of the FBM KLCI is now the cheapest in the region, while the dividend yield of 3% is the highest among major Asia-Pacific indexes after Singapore. Jeffrey Ng, director at Fortress Capital Asset Management, was quoted as saying that there's a thematic play for Malaysia in a sense that it has underperformed, now that the nation's political uncertainty is fading. However, it's just 1 month of data, he reportedly said, so it remains to be seen if this trend continues. Citing CGS CIMB research, the report noted that as at end February, foreign shareholdings in Malaysian firms stood at 20.4%, near the lowest in more than a decade. Ending March with a positive number, it said, would snap the longest run of foreign monthly withdrawals since at least 2009.